103 FM, the part 2. My name is Solomon Ofeb. Let's take a look at what our papers are saying. Okay, the major headlines here and from Punch. Chieftain titled Oni of Ife won't react to Alafin's 48-hour threat, according to Palace 8. Let's take a look at what the story is saying. Now, Moses Olafere, the spokesperson of Oni of Ife, Obainito Ogunwusi, has explained the reasons why the monarch would not react to the 48-hour threat by the Alafin of Oyo, Oba Abimbola Owade, who reserved the title conferred on a popular Ibadan-based businessman, business mogul Dotun Sanusi. Olafere, in a Facebook page posted on Tuesday, disclosed that Oba Ogunwusi had particularly directed him to ignore the revered or your monarch. According to him, the Oni will not dignify what he described as undignifiable, which with an official response stressing that he had left the matter to be handled in the public court of opinion. Okay, that's what the Punch made the headlines is saying. And to other top stories, the Punch: what miracle did Obi perform in Anambra? According to APC Chieftain. Let's take a look at the story. Looks like an interesting one. The debate over who is better positioned to govern Nigeria deepened on Monday after the All Progressives Congress stalwarts Ajiboye cast doubt on former Anambra Governor Peter Obi's ability to outperform President Bola Tinubu. According to Program Politics Today, a flagship political program on Channels Television, Ajiboye argued that Obi's track record in Anambra did not reflect the miracle often attributed to him by supporters. He insisted that Obi, who served as the Labour Party's presidential candidate in 2023, lacks the credentials and experience required to handle the country's challenge. Ajiboye went further to defend Tinubu's economic agenda, saying the difficult reforms introduced since 2023, such as subsidy removal and exchange rate unification, were necessary steps to rescue the nation from collapse. He described Tinubu as a leader willing to take a bold but unpopular decision to reset Nigeria economy. Okay, what are the other headline stories on Punch? Pencom blacklist 7 mortgage banks over housing loans breach. UNICEF seeks life-saving 240 billion naira for Nigeria aid project. Let's take a look at what this story is saying. Let's see. Okay, the United Nations Children Fund had warned of an impending humanitarian crisis in Nigeria following a major funding shortfall that threatens critical health, nutrition, education, and water projects across the country. Speaking in Maiduguri on Monday during the 2025 World Humanitarian Day commemoration, the UNICEF chief of Maiduguri Field Office, Francis Butichi, disclosed that the organization had received only $95 million out of the $255 million required for this year's operations, including $160 million, a gap, 67% shortfall. He lamented that many communities in the northeast are already grappling with floods and shrinking services in internally displaced persons camp. Okay. So from Punch, let's take a look at a Daily Post, where the major headlines is business related. Nigerians business owners in squeeze amid fourth inflation decline. And why INEC can't conduct free fair election under Tinubu, that's Buba Galadima. And Kano by-election, 333 thugs arraigned for electoral offences, which is good news for electoral offense. MPAC condemns Nigeria-Israel security pact, and politicians spend millions to buy votes so they can steal money. That's according to Peter Obi. That's on a Daily Post. Kogi PDP rejects Okura by-election results, demands fresh poll. And Ose Aneni, son of Tony Aneni, resigns from PDP. Those are all from the Daily Post. From the Daily Post, we already read some of these in the morning, so I'm just trying to recap as quick as possible, so that we'll invite an analyst to come and quickly analyze them. So I don't really need to go to all over to read the top stories all over again. So just reading some of them for those of us that missed the 7 o'clock bid. So from Daily Post, we move over to the Sun. And the major headlines there is why Kwankwaso won't join APC, according to Buba Galadima. Let's take a read at what the story says. Okay. Well, while it's still, let's look at our other headline stories. Our exclusive for by-election abuse, APC's conspiracy theory, that's according to LP, Labour Party. And other stories, Ubasani to verify you can't win election on Twitter, Facebook. Ooh, okay. Now for let's take a read at what the story is saying. Why Kwankwaso won't join APC? That's from Bubakar Ladima. Bubakar Ladima, a chieftain of the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), has stated why his party's previous presidential candidate Rabiu Kwankwaso would not join the current All Progressive Congress (APC) administration. Galadima accused the federal government of appointing 2 emirs in Kanu, pointing out that there is both a federal and state emir. The NNPP chieftain made this known on Monday while answering questions from a TV program. He said, okay, let me leave the quote and go on. Okay, he was quoted as saying, why can't we Nigerians look at issues dispassionately? How can Kwankwaso be a friend of the APC with what they are doing to us in Kano? They appointed 2 emirs in one town. There is a federal government emir and there is a state emir who has got the responsibility to appoint the emir and pay them their salary. That's end of quote. That's where it's end. Let's see if we can get some other stories from the Sun. Let's see. Okay, by-election outcome: APC feels betrayed in Anambra, and the Edo by-election results have validated my mandate. That's coming from Okwebolo. INEC commences nationwide pre-registration of voters. All these from the Sun newspaper. As I've said, I've read all these earlier today. I'm just doing a recap of the headline stories, and from there we'll move over to Vanguard, where the major headlines is obviously the federal government vows equal response as US tightens visa rule. Let's quickly take a read at that. The US government has mandated Nigerian visa applicants to disclose their social media profiles and activities in the last 5 years, warning that failure to comply with the requirements could potentially result in visa denial. But the federal government, in a swift reaction, said it will reciprocate the new US visa policy with equal measures. The US mission in Nigeria issued the warning yesterday via a tweet on its official X handle, saying defaulters could also be denied future entry into the United States. Vanguard reports that the latest visa rule is an expansion of an earlier and similar regulation targeted at international student visa applicants to require them to list and also remove the privacy settings from their social media handles to allow for proper vetting of the applicants. Okay, from let's see if we have some other. Yes, this is also a popular headlines for most of the major newspapers in Nigeria. Paternity crisis: 1 in 4 Nigerian fathers not biological parents. That's according to a report. And let's see, appointment: APC PCC members write Tinubu demands inclusion. 2027 Atiku, Obi, Amici will stay united without presidential ticket. That's according to ADC. Well, I doubt that, but hey, let's see how it goes. Making election rigging difficult. Peter Obi begs Nigerians to get PVC. Okay. And Galadima accuses a federal government of planning to rig 2027 election. These are according to Vanguard newspaper. Let's quickly move from there to this day. This day, major headlines is U.S. revokes over 6,000 student visas for overstays and others. Okay, that's their major headlines. Let's look at the other headlines. Let's go. Tinubu joins world leaders in Tokyo to woo investors, shape Africa's future. Federal government inaugurates WAGL's 40,000 CBN LPG vessel in South Korea. Okay, and to business renaissance with recent changes, Nigeria better positioned to attract oil gas funding. Okay, so those are our major headlines. Yes, let's go for a short break, after which we'll invite our analyst to help analyze the newspaper. You're stitching to the voice of the people 90.3 FM. I have Raymond Adeboyega. He's a professor of accounting, banking, and finance, British American University, Florida, USA. Of course, he's also a financial analyst, but of course, today we need him to analyze everything. Professor Adeboyega, thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
So you've read, I'm sure you've taken a look at newspapers, what the headlines are saying. What major headlines caught your attention the most, and why?
Well, the one I read through, I find a way where they're talking about President Ahmed Tinubu travel to Japan also. And then I find a situation where they are now talking about the by-election in Nigeria throughout the country and the response of the people. And then look at the way by which they're talking about the agricultural development in Nigeria in terms of Nigeria trying to liaise with Brazil.
Okay. So what exactly do you find interesting about the Tinubu traveling to Japan?
There's nothing so special about that. There's nothing in Japan, in America, and anywhere that's not in Nigeria. It's only that we need good governance, and we want Nigeria to actually wake up and try to respond to the reality of situation in life. You know that our economy is supposed to be one of the best economies of Sahara Africa if we actually manage the economy and the resources very well. So we don't have to be traveling overseas. I don't know what they are looking for, because all the experts, all the professional people, we have well-articulated, educated people, we have brilliant Nigerians, we have brilliant doctors, farmers, and so on and so on. When you start counting, we don't have to be going around and be wasting the meager resource that's left for Nigeria. We have the natural resource, the human resource that we can actually use to make the country to move forward. So I don't think we don't have to be wasting our money on that. Because I remember vividly some university in Britain, they're now saying that we have so many doctors who are Nigerians working in so many hospitals in developed economy like this. Why are the people who are rushing to Britain, US, to go and look for jobs? So these are the things that we're supposed to do. We need to sit down at home and face our own problem here. Everything that we need, God has already given this to us. So we don't have to be running around and facing the meager resources.
Now, let's stay with that topic here, where the U.S. Decided that Nigerians applying for visa, of course, most of them are usually students, that they need to set their social media privacy, where they need to search
Hello?
into this. They need to search in this their handle, social media account of Nigerians traveling abroad before their visa can be approved. What do you think about that?
You see, you cannot blame the United States of America for doing all this to us because they know that we have not been able to develop the economy. I always tell people, and apart from Nigeria and also African countries, the moment we wake up and try to make use of what we have here, you will see that this developed country that we so-called developed country, we are going to develop more than them, and they will be fearing us. If I remember this, I remember what is happening with Burkina Faso and the France. The French government and some people in France are saying that what they are doing now will be terrible in another 10 years if they have to go to Africa, especially Burkina, to start looking for money and for food. Because they are seeing them that they are now on their toes and they are working assiduously to transform the country. The same thing will happen in Nigeria. We don't have to be running. I remember I travel abroad, but I don't find that there's so many things in that place that we can actually do better than them. Because we have when you look at our weather, generally, our weather is so conducive and it's very good for us and favorable for us to do so many things at our own advantage and be better off than these developed nations. I'm telling you. So deny visa or anything to Nigerians, I don't think it should be something to bother. The only thing we have in Nigeria, let me tell you today, whether we like it or not, is because we don't have responsible and responsive government and leaders. That's the problem you are having today. Because we have no business to be part of 20 countries that the 20 poorest countries in Nigeria in the world. We don't have business with that. The moment we'll be able to we make use of our resources. And then when you look at our capital income, we have high per capita income in Nigeria, but the money is not being spent judiciously, and we don't know our priority. That's the way I see it. We always talk about election, and then at the end of the day, there's absence of participatory democracy in Nigeria. The real people that are supposed to be involved in governance, they are not the people there. We have dollar, we have people who are 419, we have problem people managing the Nigerian economy, and that's why we have a problem today. We need to face that. Look at what's happening in the east and the south and south, where the refinery area. Look at what's happening in the north. They have aluminum, and they have diamond, they have gold, but they are now using that one for their own state, and they don't allow it to spread to the national level. So the same thing should happen to the people who have oil companies in the refinery area. They should be left to manage their own economy if that's the way we want Nigeria to federation, to be a regional government. If I don't want a situation where you say that the oil is for everybody and the gold and diamond in the north is not for everybody. It's a bad situation. It's uncalled for.
Now,
the time has come for us to wake up.
Now, the federal government have said they will retaliate what the U.S. is doing. Do you think that is possible? And how do you think
it's impossible. It's a fallacy. You have to realize one thing, that we don't have good leaders in Nigeria. They always deceive us. They always lie. They said they will retaliate. Are they not the people that are going abroad to carry our money overseas? I remember vividly, Trump said it, that the amount of money outside Nigeria which are owned by Nigerians, and these are money being gotten through corrupt levels, because we have high profile of corruption in Nigeria. And if this money has been used judiciously in Nigeria without carrying out outside the country, they will have used it for productive something. In Nigeria is a country that we cannot retaliate. There is no how can we go retaliate. You want to fight somebody that's better than you, that can reason better than you, and do so many things better than you. What we have? We have so many natural rights that we are not making use of. There's no retaliation you can make. The US is not relying on our economy. We are relying on it. And that's why you see our youth running away to United States of America, Britain, and European countries. Because there's nothing working in Nigeria. The economy is not working. Then how can we retaliate? In what way? Let's ask ourselves that fundamental question. We should have our leaders. What are the ways they're going to retaliate? Retaliate for what? If you don't allow Americans to come and they have so many where they can go. Are we not the one that actually allow them to do force and commit a lot of atrocities in this country, type of economic atrocity? There are people in government, they are not sincere, they are wicked people. That's what I want to say in Nigeria today. They cannot retaliate, forget about that. They should fail the economy.
Anyway, the All Progressive Congress APC stalwart Biodun Ajiboye, has cast doubts on former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi's ability to outperform President Bola Tinubu. I don't think it's about performing or outperforming, but do you agree with that assertion?
Let me tell you something today. Those people that are praising Tinubu, what has Tinubu done? What has he done that is miraculous, quite different from Buhari? Let us know. You keep on giving money to governors.
That's a good question, actually.
No, we need to ask. The ask is it's one thing. Don't let people that actually their government stooges or they are actually making money from making government be telling us rubbish. I'm telling you, I'm a Yoruba man. I campaign for Tinubu. I went to the extent of telling people to campaign. People are now telling, don't come and tell me that. Don't come and tell me this again about Tinubu again. So this issue of trying to comparing somebody who has never been in government as a president, although he was former governor of the Anambra State, but he has never become the president. Why can't you be comparing with Tinubu? And what has Tinubu done? Let us be realistic. We are Nigerians. I'm a Yoruba man. I will continue to say it. We need to tell our president what he's doing. It's not good. People are suffering. There are a lot of hardship in this country. There are a lot of hunger. People are hungry. I'm telling you, the children of the poor are condemned to a dysfunctional public education and hence become largely unemployed. There are a lot of poverty deep and perverse and worsening, great regional, the sectorial and gender disparities in Nigeria. So what are we talking about? No, let's face reality. These are the things that we need to look into. An average man in Nigeria cannot afford to have 1 million a day. Is that a country? And then you keep on giving money to these governors every day, and you still tell go and meet your governors. Who will go and meet the governor? Who can meet him also? Can we different for us to go and meet the president, talk less of the governors? It's not possible. They know what they are doing. They are just deceiving us. How can you let me ask one for that question for me if I can see? Why is he giving so much money to the Senate and the rest? What is the major? What's the meaning of constituency allowance? What are they doing? Are they supposed to be administrators? They are legislators. They are supposed to make laws. To tell you guys that caring about people is not their problem. It's not their duty. It's not their function. They should go and face reality. So this money they are giving to these legislators, governors, and this thing, maybe the presidency, they are sharing for me. Maybe that's why they continue giving them such money. I want to tell you today, don't compare Tinubu or what Peter Obi together, because Peter Obi has never become president. I agree if people are now saying that what he did in Anambra.
Yeah, that's actually the next question. Now can
I ask one question, sir?
Okay.
If they can answer me. It's now we're now asking that most of the things that have been done in Tinubu was not done by Tinubu. In Lagos was not done by Tinubu. It was done by Fashola and Ambody. You only had the blueprint. That's why we voted for. We thought that what he did in Lagos, we are now realizing that all those developments in Lagos were done by Raji and Fashola Raji and Ambody. Yes, because we need to forget by ethnic issues. We don't. I don't carry sentiments of. I will say it. Thanks to that number, I cannot judge Peter Obi now for what he did in Abia. Or you tell me the past governors that performed. Tell me the past governors that performed in Nigeria.
But from his performance as Anambra State Governor, do you think he has the capacity to govern Nigeria? Talking about
Can I tell you something? Yeah, when you talk about Peter Obi, you see, let me tell you one thing. Peter Obi needs to do something. If he really believes that he can actually govern Nigeria, he has to make sure that these people have seen to be a sectional leader. That's one problem that I'm having with him. Because I remember there was a time when these NAFDA people were trying to get some food lumps at Onisha Market, who are actually imported some drugs into the country. That there are certain pronouncing that Peter Obi normally make and show him to be a kind of someone who is a tribal. Okay. You understand? I'm sorry to say that, because he was saying that they should not go and arrest those. Let them go and arrest. It's when they arrest and they find nothing with them that is illegal that you cannot come up and say that no, it's never done. But the moment it shows that, you have to realize that we are not fighting the people in Nigeria. The NAFTA is not actually worrying about what is happening in Asaba or Onisha. But that drugs can spread to other parts of the country. And we are Nigerians. These are the things that, he has to change certain orientation. Because he himself, the way I see him, is tribal. I'm sorry to this.
Well, one might say, just like no one is perfect, that will probably
Yeah,
be
no, you're right.
like a tiny
You're right.
dot compared to some of the other good things he did in Anambra
You're right.
State.
Yeah. You know why I can never say much about, because I learned that during this time, the people, many youths were able to stay through their work. Maybe he actually spend much and actually
As in,
develop the
he
educational system.
reformed the education system in Anambra
Educational
State.
system. If that's what he has done, you can actually transform that to Nigeria. You understand? Because as a lecturer, I believe that any nation that's doing away with education will never survive. Because that's why I said the other time that there is increased deterioration of public education system in Nigeria. And we is now, when you look at the education system, it's fast losing its potency as the social equalization leader. That's why you see the children of the poor, they can never afford to go to the public school set, which they have rendered them to. Because most of the children of the poor, they have now been making a poverty to become a dynasty in Nigeria, in the sense that children of the poor having narrow opportunity to escape poverty because they cannot afford the education. And you can see somebody can give us genuine and quality and low amount of cost of education, that in terms of fee, I think I will support something of that nature. Because what we have present today, look at many public universities in Nigeria and even secondary school. Most of them, if you see the amount of money they actually collect as school fees, is beyond doubt, and it's beyond affordable for the layman or poor man in the country. So what are we talking about? Where can we say the present government has performed? That's the area I'm worried about. So if we have done something of that nature and trying to replicate such at national level in Nigeria, I'm not against that. I always say I don't care who becomes the president or governor of anywhere. So do the right thing and service to humanity.
Why we're still in the topic of Peter Obi, he has come out to say 4 years is enough for him to have a positive impact in the country as a president. Of course, that statement have generated quite a number of reactions. What is your reaction to that statement?
To be honest, in the first instance, as a politician, I will not believe it.
Okay.
It's a lie. But to be honest, if anybody wants to do anything in Nigeria today, let me tell you something today. 1 year is enough to do certain things, talk less of 4 years. Am I communicating? Okay. Because like somebody that was trying to pick somebody up and was trying to tell me that something has got spoiled, something is bad, and nobody, and that's been happening for a long time. And I tell you, that's why we are saying Tinubu should come and try to bring this thing back to normal level, because we know it was not good. If it has been good, we would have allowed the president that was there to continue. So why are you telling me? So for me, I try to be telling you that the second time you will do something that says it's a lie. You cannot come back and do anything for the second time, because what he had done the first time will be worse than what he's going to, what will be doing the second time will be worse than what he's doing the first time. Because the first time is supposed to be the time that you should do something and make people believe in you and have interest, and then you go for it. The second time will be easier for you. So for me, any responsible and serious president should be able to have a bit of impact on Nigerians in 1 year of office. And then talk of 2
in 1 year.
Yes. In 1 year, let me tell you, it's easier. Once you know this thing.
Then we are saying the same thing, because he says he needs as in one. He doesn't need 4. He doesn't need 2 tenures of 8 years. One tenure of 4 years is enough. That's what
enough.
he said.
That's what I'm saying. If I tell you, people ask me, how can somebody be in government in 1 year? If I say perform, we have something we call short, medium, long-term planning.
Okay.
The short, medium-term planning will take care of agriculture. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You see, the more what is agriculture, and that one is under in the country, because Many, if you look at agriculture, which is a mainstream of our economy, is now for the majority of people, they are farmers. We don't have farmers that are actually involved in large production quantity of production of agricultural products. We only have peasant farmers, and that's why we are in problem of food shortage in
Okay.
Nigeria,
In
and
the,
that's why we have food insecurity.
okay.
You understand? It's a short-term period, which is 1 year or 6 months and 1 year, 6 months and 9 months. Sorry, 6 months and 9 months. We take care of agriculture.
So in other words, it's not that it doesn't have the capacity. It's just that things are so bad that it will take more than 4 years for it to have a better impact. Is that what you're saying?
Now, what I'm saying that these are
Okay.
not so. These are no. I said there was a time somebody picked me up, and they asked me that 4 years is nothing. I said 1 year is enough to do anything meaningful. But what I'm saying that if Peter Obi believes that he can do something within 4 years, I say he can do it.
Okay.
And within, yeah, because we have what we call, like I told you, short-term planning. We
Okay.
take care of agriculture.
Okay.
You understand? Medium-term
In,
planning.
in other words, you think at least in 4 years you can make a very good
You
short-term
can make a change.
impact.
You can make a
Short-term
good impact.
impact.
I'm telling you, we make impact.
Okay.
You make it because the most important thing in Nigeria today is food. The moment the food problem removed from, but you can see now that why people are saying they are hungry is because there's food insecurity in Nigeria, food shortage. People are not producing. We have only few farmers on the farm, and majority of people are now in the city. The city is already overcrowded for people looking for white collar jobs. And you look at what is happening to most of these Okada people. Most of them are these Hausa boys. They are being farmed before. They are farmers because of the insecurity in the country. That's why many of them to leave their place and come down to the southern part of Nigeria to come and do this Okada issue. But if we continue with this, it has a dire consequences for the Nigeria, because Nigeria is not a production-driven economy for growth, and we are going to face the food insecurity more than what we are having present time in another
Okay.
2 or 3 years. Do you understand? So
Okay.
I see that if Peter Priest is going to do something in 4 years and is serious about it, 1 year is enough for short-term planning. Medium-term planning, you go to 2 or 3 or 4 years.
I
Then if
get
you
you.
want to do that, the moment start doing something and you can do medium-term, you can meet your medium-term target. The long-term time will come second time. And then by that time, we should have destabilized. Look at what Brazil and India did in order to make their economy to be now equating with China. They went and studied how China came out of poverty. And what China did was everybody be on the same umbrella. They say that no law for the same law for the poor and the rich. But in Nigeria, people are stealing our money. Our governors are stealing our money. People in president are stealing our money. And the moment you had EFC arrested, and second day you see them on the street dancing around. You see, how do you expect any serious people to believe in any president of that nature? Tinubu came and said, "Got to stop corruption." But corruption is now become rampant in Nigeria more than before. People are just stealing the government money, doing nothing. So if I change as an average Nigerian today, no matter how much of money you have, you cannot be able to buy a used car, a Tokunbo car. Because the best Tokunbo car today is 40 million, 35 million. Where will you get if you are not stealing? As a salary earner, how can you do that? Again, that's why I say that any country that's not allowed the middle, we have the poor, the rich, the poor in Nigeria, but we don't have middle class.
In,
Any country that's not
in,
having
in,
the
in other
middle
words,
class
in other words, the gap between the rich and the poor is quite
is
vast.
not only wide. I don't know how I will call it. It's very, very more pronounced in Nigeria.
Okay.
It's not only wide. You understand?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that the government is not have a serious. It's not facing the economy of Nigeria properly, as we see. There are a
Okay.
lot of problems happening with Nigerian economy, and there's so many potentials that remain untapped in Nigeria. And if this trend continue, we cannot. That's why I'm saying that we cannot do anything with America, because we look at 2010, we are not able to meet the goals of 2010. The minimum goal of 2020, we miss it, and we are going to meet 2030 if care is not taken. This SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, we are going to miss it. So how can we be saying that we want to fight America or fight Britain or deal with them? In what manner? What have we done? This high-tech we are talking about, all the resources we can use for our technology know-how is in Nigeria. There are a lot of technology-driven innovation all over the world. And we have young, talented, young Nigerians that are developing small things within their territory, but the government is not encouraging. And that's why we need to deviate from this academic issue. This issue of books need to be very, very serious. I am a lecturer, I'm a professor. But we need to have technical schools that we can actually start our intermediate technology. Nigeria needs that because you know that if you look at what we have been using in the farm, but we cannot afford to buy all these sophisticated tractors and farm equipment. But we can make intermediate between the two. You don't understand? And these are the things we are expecting Nigerians to do. These are what our technical, this. That's why I say if I've been involved in government, I would ask that government to make sure that all our technical schools all over Nigeria should be revived and let them be alive again so that we'll be able to start our technology lower.
Okay. Prof, before we go, let's quickly review our story that's just on right now. Federal High Court sitting in Abuja is set to commence the trial of 5 persons accused of masterminding the bombing of the Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State. The Department of State Services there said on the 11th of August 2025 arraigned the 5 men before Justice Emeka Nwite over the alleged involvement of the June 5, 2022 attacks at St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, in Ondo State. Now, the 5 defendants were arraigned on 9 counts terrorism charges by the Department of State Services DSS, and they all pleaded not guilty. In other words, just quickly tell us what you think about this trial of this our church attack suspect.
At the same time, when you look at this, what is encouraging terrorism in Nigeria is because of insecurity and the level of economy in Nigeria generally. But as regards, hello?
Yeah, we're here. Hello? We can hear you. We can hear you.
As regards to the trial, you see Nigeria, there's problem with the police, the judiciary, and the president. If you look at the 3 arms, they are the one actually encouraging all this issue. Because when you see accused person and you find that person guilty, on the moment you delay the trial, the more problems that will be happening that along the way, some people will come in and try to say some people release them. And before you know it, you'll find that one way or the other, the people in government will be part and parcel of those things that happen. Do you understand? So the moment you find somebody that's a culprit, if it's real, they have committed the offense, try and fast track the trial and make sure that everything is done at the right time so that it will not be delayed.
I mean, this particular trial is taking 3 whole years. You think that's not a good idea?
It's not a good idea. It's not good. That's why we know in any developed economy, the moment they find you guilty of doing something and it's real, the next thing they will do is to give judgment and they give you your punishment. And if you are found unguilty, they release you. Then in Nigeria, they will drag in this thing, and even before you know it, that the moment the powerful people are involved, you will see that most of the people that are involved will be left free at the end of the day. And that's why we continue to have this insecurity in Nigeria, because we are not ready to do the needful. And we have misplaced priority in Nigeria. It's very, very bad.
Well, some may say this may be coming quite late. They may have taken a very long time for them to start this, but at least it has started. And let's just hope this is going to be a start of a good thing, especially at a time where people are saying, hey, how can, just like you just mentioned, how can the insecurity be stopped when we've never heard that anyone has been prosecuted, for terrorism?
You're right. Even when you look at what actually started this terrorism in the north, many of us we are aware of that it was started by politicians. They gave arms to all these thugs to go and work, and after the end of the day, when they finished the election, the people, when they handed over the guns to them, they said, no, it's an instrument for you. And they refused to pay them. That's how they started all these things. We don't have to run away from reality. You see, and then the northern people, the northern youth, they are very, very violent. And they don't play with all this. They're not like southern. I won't. It's not because I'm trying to be tribalist. They don't behave like southern youth. The southern used to have a bit of education and they are being trained by their parents. But over there, they are loose. And the moment they see their opportunity, that's why you see anytime there's riot in the north, it's always more devastated than in the southern part of Nigeria. And that's why the current issue is difficult to be real. And then there's one thing in the north is that people are loose. It's not in the southern part of the country that we monitor ourselves and we ask you, where are you going? Where are you from? Who are you? Then in the north, they don't challenge people. If you go to north today, maybe they have just changed it. If you want to rent a house, nobody asks you where you are from. They go, the moment you give them money, they give you accommodation. And that's why it can never be something of that nature in the southern part of the Nigeria, because we always make sure that we protect our people and our territory. You understand?
Okay, Professor Adegboyega, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's Raymond Adegboyega, Professor of Accounting, Banking and Finance, British American University, Florida, USA. Okay, let's open the phone lines for you to start making your contributions. The number to call is 0700-903-903-903. Again, 0700-903-903-903. You can also call 0803-692-9933. Again, 0803-692-9933. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Good day. My name is Leonard from Yaba.
Leonard from Yaba. Can you move away from the radio TV set?
Yes, I've just done that. Okay. Your guest, spoke rightly, but there are areas, when you were asking me about P2B.
Okay.
P2B was on spots. He was the man who did the thing, not somebody did it after his tenure, and then he started claiming that I did this. P2B was the man who left 75 billion, for the state, who made investment for the state, who did so many things. P2B was there when they were asking questions. They said, come and tell us what you can do. He was there, 16 platforms where he was there present at every point in time to say, this is what, if you listen to P2B, you'll be hearing solution to Nigerian problems. Just tune P2B, you'll be hearing solution, and then it's not about because what we're doing now is electoral reforms. Your voters card is personalistic. Your ballot paper is supposed to be personalistic too. They could not remove Natasha. You know why they couldn't remove her? They couldn't remove her because the paper which they will sign for her, the call, has to be personalistic. It's different signatures, different pictures. BVN and everything must appear there. So our ballot paper is supposed to be personalistic. The papers can capture your picture. You have to fill in your name, fill in your address, fill in your BVN, your signature, under it. If you want, I will post it to you. I can post it now. There's a dummy I have for it. So that it will not be easy for two people to just sit down and bring a whole lot of ballot papers and start pumping and carry out. No, we need electoral reforms now.
Okay.
So that our votes can count.
Okay.
Our votes are not counting.
Thank you very much.
That is why somebody can sit in office and tell you, do you want a do? I will give you a do. How can you he said, no, are you the owner of Edo, the indigents in Edo?
Thank you.
They don't have any right any longer.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Solomon.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
This is John Legend calling from Mushi.
Okay, John Legend, talk to us, please.
Solomon, if you look at the governor of Abia State, you can see what he is doing.
Yes.
He don't need to take 150 years, 150 days, and 150 months before he do what he's supposed to do as a governor. I came back from Abia State I witnessed what the man is doing there. I went there. I took 5 days in Abia State, travel all over the places. I asked people questions. Even the people that are not even there, his own particular village, are even saying the man, even if he can rule them forever. That is the kind of government we are talking about. It's not when another person do something, another person is taking the credit. I am telling you that let Tinubu and the APC tell me one good thing they have done for Nigerians. One good thing they have done for this country, Nigeria. I have never count one thing, good thing they have done for us here. Only that they are just biting, talking. When you talk your own, now how hold people be. When you talk, they will hold people be. When another person talk, they will hold people be. That is not government. That is not leadership. They are massacre. Our massacre. We want to see those perpetrators who did that thing. We want to see them. Let them bring them on TV. Let's see who they are. And sentence them to death. Because that is a death sentence. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Oh, we lost that. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, my name is Chukuma, calling from Elasa.
Chukuma from Ilasa, talk to us, sir.
Yeah, Solomon, God bless you.
Amen.
You see what we are saying? Actually, the president is not thinking about this country at all. You see, how can you say subsidy is gone? And since 2 years plus now, you have not done anything. And he's the petroleum minister. You're not even thinking about the whole thing started from that subsidy is gone. If you can allow people to suggest to you, you could have known how many liters we are using, how many liters of petroleum we are using in this country. Then you remove all these corruption that are around that. The fuel will be costing 200 naira here. Since Dangote is there, we'll pay with naira, buy with naira. And then our economy will come down. At least transportations and all these goods that are coming from village will come down. What is he actually thinking since he removed subsidy? We are just talking about 2027 election. Is this election we are eating in this country? Look at the election they did on Friday. Is it not this give me, I give you, give me, I give you? Is it election? Election. Let this man sit down and then governor, he say he want to do it.
Okay, thank
God
you.
bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, let's pick more call. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Chibu. I'm calling from Court.
Okay.
Yeah, in my own contribution, see, our president has not traveled to South Korea at the South Guinea. He has not traveled again. Somebody who just came back the last 2 weeks, it's not up to 2 weeks or a week. He just came back. Now he has traveled again. Making how many? Even Tinubu did not travel what he traveled. Even Tinubu did not travel what he traveled in 2 years. Buhari spent 8 years. Buhari spent 8 years. He did not travel what Tinubu has traveled in 2 years.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, we check it now. How many times? How many times has he traveled?
Buhari traveled quite a lot. And most of them weren't even for diplomatic missions. Most of them were for medical travels.
Okay. But this travel they are traveling from Buhari. What fruit has this yield for Nigerians? That's what we are asking. How many investors has come in since then? It's not all about traveling. You travel with a reason, and you come back. You understand? Just to show the people, this is the reason why I traveled.
Okay.
But you just go, you come back anyhow. You travel, you come back anyhow. Is this how we are going to? Is this how to rule a country? Is it how to rule a country? This is getting out of hand. So the anger is getting too much. Every day by day, the anger is getting. Well, to right now, they will say we have rights. Now that everybody knows that even the foreigners now, they're hearing our voice and they don't want to come and help us. They are just laughing at us. No, we right now them say we have right. It's too much to this country. It's too much. The hunger is too much. The hardship is too much. They should better do something. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Good morning, King Solomon. The most difficult task on earth is to push a car without fuel. I pity some who are still supporting indecisive politicians with consistent inconsistence like Obi Emmanuel. Good morning, Solomon. Okay. If you commend Yesom Wike for the massive improvement done in Abuja and even commend him as the best Minister of FCT, but you are in the habit of attacking Tinubu. You saw the improvement in the international passport processing. Give commendation to Bunmi Ojo, but you won't stop insulting Tinubu. Okay. On your way out of and into Nigeria, you saw the improvement done and seamless process of the airport. Emmanuel, commend Festus Keyamo, but won't stop calling Tinubu out daily on your wall. The CBN Governor Yemi Cardoso has helped with the clearing of our debt, which you can't help but admit still Tinubu is a failure. You can see the work of the work minister Umahi in every part of Nigeria. Is it the refurbished Third Mainland Bridge or the Eko Bridge, ongoing Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road project, and even the Lokoja Abuja road that is about to start? Yet Tinubu is a failure. If you are in this category of people, you need to go for deliverance. Your case is not ordinary but spiritual. Okay. Well, he didn't say his name because I don't even know where to start with all this thing. I mean, it doesn't matter if the passport is as beautiful as if you're traveling to heaven. If people are hungry, then it's nothing. It doesn't matter how beautiful the airport is. If people are hungry and people are dying because of insecurity, then it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter how beautiful the FCT, the Abuja is. If people are hungry, if people are dying because of insecurity, Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen killing people, then it doesn't matter. All these things, doesn't matter. If people are hungry, if people are struggling to eat once a day, if people are dying because of insecurity and Fulani herdsmen, it doesn't matter. That's what matters the most. That's what matters the most. Okay. Good morning.
Hello, Brother Solomon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Peter Omonse from Shomolu.
Okay, talk to us, Peter.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you that you have enumerated the areas that should attract attention of the president. Not Abuja, not the airport, because it takes human beings to fly from airport. Then if you have people that are... What is democracy? The government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Brother Solomon, let me remind you, maybe you were not there then. When MKO Abiola was... campaigning then, he told us what he will do in the oil sector. He said we let Nigerians know how much oil we produce every day and how much we sell it.
I was there actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because that time I was working with Abiola in ITT Nigeria Limited, Abiola was our chairman. So the campaign was in our hand. A lot of things I say on this platform and others about Abiola, I'm saying as a first-hand witness. Not that the thing is reported to me, no. So the point remains that since Tinubu became the president and the petroleum minister, what have we been able to do from the oil sector? We've had of so much stealing. Okay, you said they were oil thieves and subsidy thieves. Then you came in, instead of you to fight the subsidy thieves, you now take the subsidy that Nigerians were benefiting from. At the end of the day, you live your life. They say he's a super politician. So he just came to Nigeria to play politics. And then you are talking about how your government want to increase the salaries of political office holders. What of those that are in companies? All the drug companies that have closed down, have they established anyone? I wish Umahi should have shown me where a new drug manufacturing company has been established in Nigeria, where textile mills have been resuscitated, where what the brand new refineries and increased power sector, like a megawatt, 40,000 megawatt now we are supposed to be talking about. For me, that is what I would have known that Tinubu has done anything. But him coming to be flying all over with the jet we use our money to buy, and then at the end of the day, somebody will tell me that he has done so much. You have not done anything. If your people are hungry and are dying of hunger, they give you the list, your government, APC, the list of people that are bankrolling terrorism in Nigeria. And you hold that list. Your predecessor, is he telling me that Buhari did not let him know that list? Where are these people that they are still killing, planting bombs in the farms in Borno State? You are not fighting that. You are not telling me about that. You open business today. Electricity bill will collect the whole money. Your business will close down. This is what I know about. And then Nigerians don't have money to buy food again. Common food seller by the roadside. You will just cook 1 derica of rice, something that you used to cook 3 dericas and finish it in a day. Today, this lady will just cook 1 derica and cannot finish selling it in a day because Nigerians cannot eat again. They cannot buy food. And you are telling me Abuja, Omahi. Omahi just sees somebody who allow him to make so much money. That's why he clamor. He says Saudis will vote for Tinubu. Why not? Because Tinubu allows him to do whatever he likes. Coastal Road, we need it now. We need money to eat. I beg. Let Tinubu, he's a politician. Let him play politics, but he will not play it forever. That's just my consolation. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. Let's quickly read some messages here. Good morning, Solomon. We need to try Peter Obi and see what he can do because President Tinubu has been tested and we can see how poor he performed and we don't need him again. The Constitution doesn't say you must rule for 8 years. John from Ijaniki. Thank you. Good morning, Solomon. Please, when a purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is or misuse is inevitable. I want to ask what is the essence of ambassadors, but the president intentionally want to do the work of ambassadors and do eye service and seeking relevance. How many times you want to see have you seen Ghana, South Africa, another African country president traveling? All this wasteful and unnecessary travel that has not yielded any results. Money that would have used for development is wasted. Like I say, a thing they took the children's bread and giving it to the dogs make the people's life to be hard, so hard. You haven't put your house in order by dealing with insecurity, bad economic policies, turning the people to beggars and armadillos in the midst of plenty due to the obnoxious policies. More than 6.2 million public and private and SMEs shut down, compromised all sectors, worst elections. Okay, this is from Lekon, Lagos. Thank you very much, Lekon. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. My name is Divine CJC. I'm calling from Oshodi.
Okay.
Solomon, the point is that Mr. Tinubu, the president, have traveled a lot without achieving anything, and this is what President Buhari did for his 8 years. He was traveling and traveling, promising Nigeria that he will bring heaven and earth. Till now, nothing has happened. And let me tell someone that say P2B will not do 4 years. P2B promised that he will do 4 years. And the 4 years is enough for anybody who is sincere, who want to impact, who want to do something new. 4 years is enough. For Audrey, how many years have you spent? Yes, go there, you see massive work. 4 years is not here. Okay, it took him 2 years to scatter Nigeria, to scatter economy, to scatter and put Nigeria in heavy debt. And you're somebody telling me that you are afraid of 4 years. This rubbish. This rubbish.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Solomon. APC government deliberately weaponized poverty and hunger against Nigerians to enable them to make use of them in the time of election by buying their votes with 5,000 naira. For election reforms, nothing can work through personal character. If so, Nigeria is not ready for a revolution where military can shoot until they get tired. They should allow Tinubu to finish his 8 years in peace. F. Young is soon. Thank you. Good morning, King Solomon. Please let all the government be hearing all these discussions here. It will help. Thank you. Egwefi White now. So, Ayetu Ayobo. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Thank you for joining us in the show.
Yes, my name is Chike. I'm calling from Apapa.
Chike from Apapa, okay.
Yes, you see, when you talk about P2B promising 4 years, there are so many things that people don't understand. The reason why the Nigerian Constitution said that it is right to become a president under 4 years and get it right. And that is why 4 years, if you have interest of going for second time, if people support you, then it is normal. But 4 years is the appropriate time that somebody needs to do whatever things they want to do. If you not get it right after 4 years, then you are not good to be a president. And if you get it after, right after 4 years, that means you are a good president, and that means you're supposed to continue. That's what P2B means. Finally, you see, everybody is talking about 2027, 2027, 2027. Nigerian people keep saying it. We, the Nigerians, will have a lot of work to do. The way it is now, it seems like we are the people holding ourselves. Tinubu and APC, they are no more than 1% of Nigerian population. The reason why we are still where we are today is because we don't understand what is keeping Tinubu and APC moving. The threat and the people that are carrying gun up and down with them. But they are more scared. They are more afraid of us. Politicians are more afraid of the people. But because when they threaten you, when they scare you with policemen and this thing, so you run away, they believe that that is the only way to go. But if Nigeria is ready and come out and face them one-on-one, people will die. There's no way people will not die. People will die, but people will die. Politicians will surrender at the end of the day. Okay. That is the only thing that we can do after 2027, and that is the only savior. P2B is not going to save us. We will save ourselves if we are ready. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's read some more messages. Good morning, Big Solo. I'm sure you that Nigerians are enjoying this palliative system of government. Which one is palliative system of government again? Sheikot from Itire. Thank you very much, Sheikot. Okay, good morning, Solomon. P2B's achievement as governor wasn't only on education. The main thing is reducing corruption in government, frugality and prudency with government money and resources. Anambra was only state then without any debt, yet people were enjoying. Please go and check early days of Soludo's governorship campaign. He was using the statistics of Obi's regime and not even Obiano, his immediate predecessor. But due to malicious, acrimonious and bitter politics in Nigeria, politicians have been twisting the legacy of Obi, but the memories are permanent in people's mind. I'm not from Anambra, but I schooled in Anambra then and saw good governance firsthand. Amechi from Mafuluku. Thank you very much, Amechi. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Solomon.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, this is Mazaka from Okota.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, my question is, what happened to Nigerian intelligence? That a politician came out and promised to go for 4 years. And somebody came to condemn him. And we are clapping for that person who came to condemn that somebody wants to rule us for 4 years. It will be normal for any politician who wants to occupy any political office to come out and promise for 4 years. If that person does well after that 4 years, it will be the masses that will determine whether the person will quit again. You understand me? But that's not where I'm going this morning. Is it in this Nigeria? I know my age now. I've been following Nigerian election. If we're telling people to go out and get their PVC is not our solution. What we need now is electoral reform. 2023 shows that no matter the turnout in every election, if they want to rig it, they will still rig it. And not enough people threw fast in last election. Upon that, they still reduce. Let them give us electoral reform. Let them make it compulsory that INEC must use IRF. Let them make it compulsory that INEC must use the DVAS. Let it be a law guiding all these things. Not after election, they will do their compulsion. At the end of the day, the Nigerian judiciary with their families, we will still remain where we are. That's my contribution this morning. God bless you. Huh?
Thank you. God bless you too. Solomon, your guest spoke well, but him saying that a serious leader would not be able to solve Nigeria's major problems with the first term in office. I will agree with him. My own is Peter Obi will perform within the first term of term. Chinemere from Agbara. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, King Solomon.
Thank you for joining us in the show.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
My name is Mary. I'm calling from Texas Town.
Okay, talk to us, sir.
You see, all these issues being talked about in the best of better coalition, P2B, and the best option for Nigerian both leaders led every oppressed Nigeria, every person that is not comfortable with what is happening, is to come together and fight for electoral reform. For Tinubu, you cannot give what you don't have. Tinubu has nothing to offer. Even if you give him 20 years, 30 years, according to Daniel Bwala, before he now started pushing him around. If you give Tinubu 40 years, he cannot perform. His own day is just to all this moving around the whole world, touring the whole world with their jet. U.S. is what he came for. He said it is his turn. Let Nigerians come together. Like somebody said earlier, most of these are politicians. In fact, all of them, I don't think they're out to 1 million. Let every Nigerian come together and fight for electoral. If it entails fighting, if it entails what Peter Akpan or somebody is doing at the National Assembly, going there every day to protest, let every Nigerian protest before the 7th. And force Akpabio and co. Those people who have hijacked this country to call for electoral reform. Because this thing is not palatable. If they end up getting this seat again, Tinubu and co, there might be no Nigeria. People should get up now and fight. And Tinubu will be helped. But all this borrowing, all these fictitious bids, they are telling us they want to do. They want to use it to buy votes. And that is the only hope. Because free and fair election, even nobody will defeat Tinubu because he has failed. There is no one aspect of, there's no achievement. There's nothing he can boast in these last 2 years. So we should do well to go for electoral reform and make sure that we push away these hijackers and these unpatriotic elements from this government. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Thank you. Good morning, VOP, and God bless your guest. The economic policies of the current government have failed to bring any meaningful progress. The cost of living, transportation, and access to affordable housing remain out of reach of ordinary Nigerians. Unfortunately, the president's approach has brought more hardship to the people. We don't need palliatives, branded rice, and cash giveaways as if citizens should be grateful for surviving. Nigeria is simply not working under this administration. Emma from Lagos, thank you very much. Okay. Good morning, crew. Okay, I think I've read this message before. Let's read other people's message. Good morning, Solomon. Thank you for bringing the lecturers to your show this morning. The lecturer, rather, to your show this morning. Tinubu has failed, and we can't allow a failure to remain in office, failing again and again. Electoral reform is what we need to ensure that our vote counts. Audu from Dokwemo. Thank you very much, Audu. Hello. Hello, good morning. We lost him. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Kamijude. How are you?
I'm good. This is Solomon, standing in for a Kamijude.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, what is the topic of the day?
We're
Just Tinubu traveling, this one, do that.
yeah, we're reviewing the newspaper. Our terrorist attack on trial. Tinubu's travel. Can Obi do much in 4 years? That's what we're talking about.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This issue of Tinubu traveling, I don't know why people are capitalizing on issue like that. There is no president that doesn't travel. You travel is part of their job.
People are not really complaining about the traveling. Your travel should yield results. Your presidency is not for tourism; it's for helping the country. That's what people are talking about.
All right, it will yield results.
When? After all Nigerians are dead? When do you think? He's 2 years in government already.
2 years, and what about the person that has been there 8 years? Nothing to write to me about, and nothing to show.
Well, that's where the pessimism is coming from.
Narrative. What about the person that has been there for 8 years and nothing to show? He is dead. So what will you say about that person?
Well, that's why people need better government, because his 8 years was a failure in a lot of people's eyes. Tinubu isn't President Tinubu isn't supposed to be the same now, is it?
It will be better. I believe he will make a change. It will be better.
Amen. Okay. Thank you very much.
Please.
Anyone who is talking about fictitious infrastructure development while the people are battling insecurity, hunger, and are unable to take care of others' basic bills like housing and power, that person needs psychiatric evaluation and should be admitted into Yaba left ASAP. His relatives should be, as a matter of urgency, keep a marine anchor. Oh, Jesus. You get why. This is from Chibuzo Ijesha. Thank you very much, Chibuzo. Okay, good morning, sir. David Umahi said we will challenge him in terms of good governance. In fact, I challenge him to come out and give account of what he did in Ebonyi State and how much he borrowed. Then that Ebonyi State has not paid finished till now, and he has never paid any gratuity pensions, and even paying half salaries, no account he has given to us till today. The INEC man from Ushudi. Thank you very much, the INEC man. If Tinubu can destroy the economy within 2 years, and Governor Uti of Abia being able to perform so well within 2 years, then why can't Peter Obi perform within 2 years as president of Nigeria? Tinubu has failed Nigerians, and they are still using propaganda to be claiming that they are performing. We cannot continue like this. So Chinemere from Agbara. Okay, let's see. Talking about the traveling of Mr. President, he can travel as far as he wants. He promised to continue where Buhari stopped. Sheikot from Itire. Thank you very much, Sheikot. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
How are you doing today?
Good. Can you move away from your radio TV set? We're getting the whole back. Move away or switch it off totally.
Okay. You can hear me now?
Good. It's better now. Talk to us, sir.
I want to ask, is Peter Obi still running for president? I want to ask. Sorry.
So far, yes.
Okay, which party is he now?
He's officially still in Labour Party, while in the coalition of ADC.
I don't understand. If this man don't want to do anyone, we should allow him to breathe. Because now people are looking for him. Make him not come be like Tinubu now. He what that will become annoying to us. Because when people are expecting you to perform and you not perform, if you perform later, it's a waste. I don't know you are getting me.
Yeah,
so maybe are hungry for him to come and tell us that, my people, Moses called the Israelites, they follow me. This is where I'm going to. And they follow. Moses don't say, come. They're calling on Moses. Moses does one place. People will get tired of Moses. If you don't want to do something for us,
Let it come and start. Look at Mandela. Mandela stood for this for people. I said, this is what we want, and this is what we stand for. If you know that you really want us and you really love us, you say you really want to serve us as a Nigerian, let's take that. I'm the APC now, or I'm the Labour Party now, so you people should go and stand by me on that day. You know that this is where our leader is. Not that he is here. Nobody knows where he is now. And are you getting me? Okay. Nigeria are waiting for him. Let him come and tell us we are ready for him. Anything that will take us to stand for this government to get out from that place, we'll do it.
Okay.
I'm telling you that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, King Solomon. Nigerians, have you heard the APC government canvassing the people to go get PVC for upcoming elections? The answer is no, because they know our PVCs are inconsequential. Rather, only Peter Obi that is canvassing Nigerians to go get their PVC. Ezekiel from Ejigbo. Thank you very much, Ezekiel. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Solomon.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Emily from Anambra.
Okay, talk to us.
Yes.
Go on.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Solomon, you see, I personally, you see all the political in Nigeria, I categorize them as the same. Let me tell you one thing. Whether you like it or not, all these politicians, they know themselves. Okay, when they were campaigning the other time, Atiku say he remove subsidy. Obi say he remove subsidy. Tinubu say he remove subsidy. He has removed subsidy, and then we know what we are going to do. We don't know if two of them, one of the other one who lost the election, if one of them comes to become president. We don't know how they will handle the subsidy.
Now,
whether to have done.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
sir.
Yes.
Now,
yeah.
From as a journalist, from economics and financial analyst with questions, a lot of people have said that removing subsidy is the best thing to do. There's no argument about removing subsidy. Now, where people are having a problem is the way the subsidy was removed without plan. Okay, we're going to remove. We're going to remove subsidy, but while we're removing subsidy, this and this and this and this are what we're going to do to cushion the effects of the subsidy.
I agree with you, Mr. Solomon. That was the promise. They are not president. If they are there, we don't know. Do you know their mind? Do you know what they conceive? You don't know what they conceive. Look at me, Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a member of the Labour Party. Is he not a member of the Labour Party? Yes. Look at the candidate in the Anambra state. He abandoned the Labour Party and said he directed somebody. He raised somebody out that they support of that person for this senatorial president. Did that person win? If the people is popular. In that Anambra, he lost in his own word there. He lost his own word. He's a member, registered member, a president under the Labour Party. What you got? He says he's like that not as a party. When he was before he moved to Abuja, he was in a political party. He left that political party and moved to Abuja. From Abuja to APC.
Who are we talking about here, please?
What I'm saying that if politicians, this will be our sector, will be our sector with this best president. All these things not like that. Our problem in Nigeria is in our constitution. Is to make sure that we take our constitution to make sure that we practice a real regional system of government that will help us. Okay. If you say hello, if you say Tinubu is no good, fine. It's 4 years not to me. Let us make Tinubu here. I hear Tinubu, I don't want to hear anything about Tinubu. We not solve problem. By 4 years, he did not perform well. People will not vote for him. To think that somebody is a model.
You think that will happen without electoral reforms?
Of course, why not?
Because people don't even trust INEC and our elections enough for them to think their vote will count, which is why there is a cry for electoral reforms. With electoral reforms, people will be confident in their voting, that if we don't want a particular president, it will be easy for us to take him out. But with the current system of election, how do you think that will happen?
Thank you very much, Mr. Solomon. You see, I know you are mature and intelligent president. That's why I made this comment. Look, as long as we continue to practice type of a system of government, presidential system of government, here we practice today, without changing our constitution, to make sure that every part of the Nigeria is governed by their own region. They pay percentage without changing the constitution.
These politicians, they are like a club. They are up there. There's no way somebody will just come and swear them with it. They are like clubs. They know themselves.
Okay.
For Peter Obi, let me tell you, whether Peter Obi like it or not. Look, you don't listen what the governor said yesterday. That's all. You know what he said. You know he was making jest of Peter Obi. Say, why did you not win in your own words, in your house? This man brings somebody else that vote for this man. He did not say vote for Labour. He said he's not member of the new APC, or what they call their new political party. He said they're supposed to. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
The APC is supposed to 80,000. And he told me that you popular, you want to rule Nigeria. Is that how to rule Nigeria? Please, let us fight for the changing of the constitution of Nigeria so that we can have a kind of liberal government that benefits everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, with that call, we come to the end of the show. Thank you very much for joining us. It's always a pleasure putting on this mic and talking to you and listening to you talk to us and making your contributions. Tomorrow is another day on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We're going to be starting by 7 a.m. with a front page, newspaper review. You can tune in and listen to us then, and we'll be right back at 10:30 for the part 2 of that tomorrow. Join us then. I am Solomon of Good afternoon, or good morning, sorry.